Hello everybody and welcome to the Evolution, the WWE Women's, all women's pay-per-view. Results and highlights. The first match of the night saw Becky Lynch defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Lyra, Valkyria, and Bayley. The crowd gave them a standing ovation to start the match. Bayley took Lyra down before she and Lynch started trading offense. They immediately turned this into a fast-paced match and never slowed down. This was an entertaining contest with all three women giving it their all. It sometimes felt like they could have taken a bit more time to sell, but it's a minor complaint in the grand scheme of things. The crowd chanted "This is awesome" a couple of times throughout the fight, which felt deserved. It looked like Bayley might win with a Bayley to belly before Lynch rolled her over into a backslide to get the 1, 2, 3. And your winner of the match, and still the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch. Next we have Jacy Jayne versus Jordynn Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. Blake Monroe accompanied Grace to the ring for her NXT title match against Jayne, who had Fatal Influences Fallon Henry and Jasmine Nix with her. The Juggernaut Grace hit a beautiful big right hand and suplexed Jayne right out of the ring so she could hit a suicide dive to get the match started with a lot of energy. Jayne didn't necessarily cheat, but she used some dirty tactics to gain the upper hands like a heel should do, and slowed the pace down to her liking. While they had a lot of moments that looked great, there were a few spots that didn't work out so well. The match as a whole was decent. Blake Monroe took out Henley and Nix, who tried to hand Jacy Jayne the title to hit her with it while the referee was distracted, but Blake Monroe was not having it. But then when when the referee was distracted, Blake Monroe hit Jordynn Grace with the NXT Championship in the back, and then Jacy Jayne won the title with her finisher. So the winner of the match was Jacy Jayne, and Blake Monroe turned heel, and after the match Blake Monroe hands Jacy Jayne the title while Jordynn Grace looks absolutely furious. This is far from over. What a segment and storylines. The third match we had was Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane, and the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors, versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Ruca and Zaria. Ruca was looking to add a third title to her collection while she and Zaria entered the women's tag team bout. Sane and Perez began the match. Only two competitors can be legal at the same time, so anyone from any team could tag in any time. The Pirate Princess almost had Roxanne the Prodigy beat within the first 30 seconds of the match. Bliss was the most popular star in the match and got the biggest pops when she tagged in and whenever she hit the big move. With so many people involved, it was impressive how they managed to give everyone enough time to have their moments or two. Some had more than others, but it did not feel like a 8-woman tag match. Some of the double team spots were creative and it felt like everyone hit their mark on the multi-woman sequences. This is a match that won't get as much credit as it deserves. Perez and Rodriguez were able to retain the titles when the Powerhouse hit her finisher on Ruca for the pin. But during the match, we saw Charlotte Flair get hit with pop rocks from Roxanne Perez for a near fall. So Ruca also hit her finisher on Charlotte Flair. So Ruca also got speared by her tag team partner Zaria after Charlotte Flair moved Alexa Bliss out the way. But in the end, it looks like Rodriguez and Perez are gonna be excellent together as a tag team, and Liv Morgan has to be furious sitting at home watching that match. Next we have the WWE Women's Championship match between Tiffany Stratton and the WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. Tiffy had the size and power advantage, so she was able to back Stratus in the corner with ease. The veteran relied on her experience to wrestle Stratton to the mat, but she was unable to keep the upper hand for long. They traded slaps in a moment that upped the intensity of the fight and turned it from a friendly encounter into a more competitive bout. Stratus ended up hitting Stratusfaction, but only got a 2 count from that. Tiffany Stratton ended up doing an Alabama slam, going up to the top rope and hit her finisher, the prettiest moonsault ever. And Tiffany Stratton is still your women's champion. After the match, the Hall of Famer Trish Stratus went into the middle of the ring and basically said goodbye. This could be the last time we see the Hall of Famer, but she always tends to come back, so we will see. Next we had Jade Cargill versus Naomi, the women's Miss Money in the Bank, with Bianca Belair as the special guest referee. Naomi and Cargill have never competed in one of these types of matches before. It is one of the most bitter rivalries in recent months in WWE, and they were looking to wrap it up once and for all in a no-holds-barred match. Naomi tried to attack Cargill in the aisleway with her Money in the Bank briefcase, but it did not go as planned, and she was being thrown from one barricade to the other. Once it got closer to the ring, Naomi used the steel steps to inflict some damage. Didn't take long for them to start finding weapons under the ring to use on each other. Naomi even kicked Jade Cargill into a TV monitor that was attached to the announce desk, and it created some sparks and smoke. Blood isn't necessary to make a match feel violent, but with a stipulation like this, Naomi was bleeding from her nose during the match. They set up a table and Cargill went to the top rope with Naomi and hit Jaded and got the 1, 2, 3, and your winner of the no holds barred match is Jade Cargill. It was nice. It was a nice, very fought match where both women gave it their all. And Jade looked good in the match. She's definitely improving in the ring. The queen of the ring. It's going to be a matter of time before she's women's champion. Next we have the women's Battle Royal. The winner of the match will get a championship shot at Clash in Paris. Nikki Bella entered the ring first for the Battle Royal, the Hall of Famer. The match included women from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Tatum Paxley was the first woman eliminated by Nia Jax 30 seconds into the match and was followed by Izzy Dame. The Battle Royal that began with everyone in the ring are always chaotic and hard to follow until the field gets narrowed down. The final 3 competitors were Nia Jax, Stephanie Valkyria, and Lash Legend. Lash and Stephanie worked together to eliminate Nia Jax. Lash even picked up Nia Jax by herself, which was an impressive feat of strength. She's got a bright future ahead of her. Legend was eventually eliminated by Valkyria. They both went onto the apron and Valkyria hit the Devil's Kiss on Last Legend, and Last Legend fell to the floor, resulting in her elimination. There was a nice moment as well where Nikki Bella got eliminated by Last Legend, and Kalani Jordynne had a very effective athleticism, being able to get back into the ring with a handstand from the announce table to the ring. So Kalani Jordynne really impressed in the match as well. Congratulations to Stephanie Valkyria. After the match, Stephanie McMahon came out and congratulated Stephanie Valkyria, and she said she wasn't very good at English, but her #1 language is wrestling, and she is working to get better every day. Next, we had the main event. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. They started slow and paced themselves, Io and Rhea, with some simple exchanges. They were playing some mind games and sizing each other up, but they also took a moment to show each other respect by shaking each other's hands before throwing strikes. The referee was taken out at one point, so Sky and Ripley fought into the crowd with no way to count them out. Sky climbed up onto some production crates and hit a huge crossbody that left both women severely damaged. This bout had a lot of physicality and made both look like two of the toughest competitors in the entire company. The Eradicator Ripley kicked out of the over the moonsault, which was a very shocking turn because nobody kicks out of that, and it looked like she was about to make a comeback, even had a smile on her face. When Miss Money in the Bank Naomi showed up and cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase to make it a triple threat. Everybody was told to proceed with caution, and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky were no different, as Naomi hits Io Sky with the briefcase, and then Rhea Ripley got sent into the post outside the ring. Next, Naomi hit a moonsault onto Io Sky and pins her 1, 2, 3. And your winner of the match and new WWE Women's World Champion, Naomi. So congratulations to Naomi for cashing in her Money in the Bank successfully. She put in a lot of time in WWE, and tonight at WWE Evolution, she got what she deserved. She got rewarded for putting in all the time. I also want to give a special shout out to all the women who participated in Evolution. They all fought hard and worked their tails off to entertain the crowd, who got more and more into it as the night went on. But everybody have a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever it is for you, and enjoy your time just like Tiffany enjoys Tippy time. Take care, everybody, until you see me again. Peace.